All right, I have no idea what's going on today. It just stopped.
Well, it was great until that part.
Yeah, it was fantastic. What's up, everybody? We are here again.
Anybody?
Yeah, I don't know. As is always the case here with this goddamn show, man, there's always technical issues.
Well, see, Habu likes the new intro.
Yeah, it's great. I love the new intro. I'm sitting here going, yeah, and then it stopped.
I just, I don't like the computer not working.
That's working now.
And then I had to restart it, right? And
right.
It was just giving me this circle
right
of nothingness, and it just wouldn't stop doing the circle of nothingness.
That's always fun.
So then I clicked the button to like hard start it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just went black. Doing anything. I was like, now what do I do?
Right.
And then I said, okay, I'm trying again. And I hit it one more time. Everything went back on and seems to be working.
You're like, okay, good.
But then it took me another 2 minutes or 3 minutes to find the Yahoo Mail link. And
I know, I was like, are you coming? We're supposed to have an interview here. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah. So, well, I made it back. So,
yeah. So how are you, my friend?
All right. Hanging in there.
That's good. Good. Same here. It has been Chris as a radio guy day today. I booked 8 interviews today for the next week, and nothing super major. No real big ones or anything, but I took like 2 weeks where I didn't do any. And now it's like, I got all these publicists like, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I'm like, yes. Cause I'm almost out of stuff that's already been done, and I like to stay a month or two ahead. So yeah, lots of
more your style of music kind of stuff.
No, not necessarily. I mean, some of it's really heavy. Some of it is kind of rock. I rescheduled my my Grandmaster Flash interview. So, we're got to get that done. So, there's things.
You didn't tell anybody. Now
I don't care.
It's still jinxed, huh?
You know what? It's still jinxed. It didn't happen anyway. So now I don't care. If it happens, it happens. I want it to happen. Let me be clear on that so that somebody doesn't forward this to the publicist and then I get, well, you don't care. Well, fuck you. I definitely want it to happen, but it has not happened yet. So
people are digging the intro, man.
Should I play it again?
Both of them. Both people.
Do I dare try again?
I love the Sydney Sweeney part.
I'll try again because I don't think that showed. Did it?
Yeah, it showed.
I don't know what's going on with this thing. I don't think it's going to show again. I'm not going to play it because the little icon is not showing. So I'm assuming I'm going to have to re-upload it, but whatever. It is cool. I was very happy. I actually paid money for that one.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I was playing with it and it was close to what I wanted, but it wasn't exactly. So I just paid the $10 to Suno to, let me be clear. It's not like I hired Nonpoint to do this song. It sounds like Nonpoint. I did not hire Nonpoint. I hired Suno and played with it a little bit, and I wrote all the lyrics, and then I didn't like some of the lyrics, but I just felt like we needed a new intro because the other one, we're sort of moving away from that a little bit. You know what I mean?
A little bit, yeah.
We're moving away from every single story being, and in the news today, JFK Jr. is still dead or whatever,
Honestly, what is there to tell anymore?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And
there's another deal, okay?
Yeah, that won't happen, and then we'll be looking at $6 gas next week. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like that one. Same with the outro. I got a couple of messages from people that were like, "How come you're playing that short outro?" It's because I didn't like the lyrics of the old one anymore. It doesn't apply after you had your
does not make sense after losing another leg.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It doesn't work. So so I just swapped it out.
Well, to keep changing intros and outros every time I lose a limb.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that I don't have to make another one then.
Right. We'll stick to the ones we got.
He's armless.
And all you see is just a stump sitting here on.
That's right. Boxing Helena style.
Your week been all right though?
Yeah, man. I'm not really complaining about much these days, man. I'm pretty happy with work and life and stuff, and I've just been busy. Which I love.
You tuned into the Jake Underwood show the other day.
I did.
Interesting.
I clicked over there just to see what was going on in there, and was like, yeah, let me throw a couple comments in here and see what happens.
Jake reads them all, man. He gets all the texts
so.
And stuff that we get.
Right.
It's actually it's a fun show. It just it needs some of the callers are just the same. We need to get fresh callers in there.
Right. Well, dude, I mean, you started from ground zero, really, because when Bob left, a lot of his people left.
Right.
And, you have to start over, and you have to build that base again. You got to.
And that's what you try to explain to, higher up people that, hey, look, man, this ain't going to happen overnight. This takes time.
Right.
We'll get there, but it ain't going to happen today.
Right.
You got to give it some growing time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they understand that for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a minute, but you'll get there. I mean, you guys, look, the bottom line is, as far as the corporate people are concerned, you're hitting the right buttons. You're hitting the brakes. The brakes are not obnoxious online. People are probably tuning in for, I'd imagine that your view time is probably really good, because I don't see people necessarily kicking out of it.
Were you listening on the stream?
I was watching on Rumble.
Oh, okay.
I had it on my TV on Rumble. Which, if I could make a suggestion to you, kick your head closer to the top. You look like you're peeking up from under a desk.
It's funny because we actually, you say that because we switched the camera. We moved the camera today because it looked like I was like super short.
Yeah, that was yesterday too.
But it's because one, I'm in a wheelchair when I'm in there.
Right.
But two, the camera is just off. But I can't reach the camera from where I'm sitting. And sometimes I even forget that I'm on the camera when I'm sitting there, which is awful because I'm sitting there like I'm eating my granola bar or I got an itch. And
you're chewing your pen. I noticed that yesterday. You were chewing your pen. You had your glasses in your mouth. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, because I forget the camera's even there. And I'm like, hey. Oh.
Yeah, or you're listening to Jake and you're putting the pen in your mouth,
Hey, metalheads! Tired of waiting for new episodes? Crave the real, raw, classic metal show? For just $4.99 a month, you can become a CMS VIP. You get every episode a full week early, completely uncensored, and 100% commercial-free. It's the only place to interact directly with the show, plus you score the Fast Pass, so your song requests get bumped straight to the head of the line on every live version. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe right now at classicmetalshow.locals.com and become a CMS VIP today.
Which we all do. Anybody that has ever even had a phone call where they're holding a pen, the pen ends up in your mouth at some
point. And eventually it's going to end up breaking in my mouth and it's going to be terrible and horrible.
That'll be great for Rumble. That would be the best thing.
They wanted me to interact more with the Rumble chat, so I have that pulled up now. I'm trying to watch, comments that are coming in. It's kind of cool that we're doing Rumble. We do the Rumble show thing,
sure,
live on the radio thing. YouTube is live, so they kick us off or whatever we're talking about.
Yeah, well, and then, you guys aren't really that dangerous though on that show.
One day we talked. I mean, we got pretty because it was all COVID stuff,
right?
But then in between, like the breaks, we're live on TikTok. So he does a little behind the scenes on TikTok of what we're going to talk about, and him and I talking back and forth and stuff like that. which is kind of fun. But
so you're doing what? Like a little 5 minute or 3 minutes of TikTok or something?
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes of TikTok at a time. And
okay.
I think he keeps it on during the entire show, but then he talks to TikTok during our commercial breaks.
Yeah, I've not used TikTok Live. I'm not a big TikTok guy. I probably should be. I know for what we do, it seems like that's where it needs to be. But yeah, I'm really not a big TikTok person here. So
I used to be until Facebook Reels is kind of like the same thing.
Sure.
And TikTok was like irritating the shit out of me because it was just one nonstop trans person after another. Telling me that I'm not sensitive enough to their needs.
Right.
My God, dude. So my wife handed me a pair of glasses because I needed my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she handed me a pair of new glasses with a giant sticker still on the front.
Oh, nice. Well, peel it off.
I'm going to, but I didn't know it was there. What's wrong with my eyes? Can't see it. One side is all messed up.
You're like, for God's sakes, I'm eating rice cakes, for God's sakes. Don't make my eyes go bad.
I got this big white blur in my eye. What's going on? There we go.
There you go. Perfect.
Much better.
Yeah, there you are. Well, of course, in typical fashion, we have no guest yet.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. What time is it supposed to be on? 15?
Oh, yeah, 15.
Oh, it is what it is. If it doesn't show, it doesn't show.
I know. It's just...
But I was looking, I kind of want to go to that show.
Okay.
I got to find out. My wife is supposed to have a work party that night. So I don't know if we got to go to that or we can go to both or what. But, who else is going to be there? It's going to be...
what, Hoobastank?
Hoobastank.
Let me pull it up.
Puddle of Mud's going to be there.
Afterburn Music Festival. Yeah, Puddle of Mud is the headliner on the side stage. I know that. Let's see. The day you're going, or might go, Skillet, Hoobastank, Set It Off, Puddle of Mud, Drowning Pool, Blackstone Cherry, Small Town Titans. I'd love to see them.
Are they good?
Oh, they're great. Duskhaven and Rusty. I don't know who Duskhaven and Rusty are. I know who the Small Town Titans are. They're fantastic.
Blackstone Cherry, I've heard.
Yeah, Blackstone Cherry's real good. Skillet's obviously really good. Puddle of Mud. She fucking hates me.
Yeah, they got a few songs I like.
Yeah, Blurry obviously was the big one. I still play that song all the time just when I'm kicking it at home.
Yeah, no, I like that band. I heard that guy was kind of
he's a nut job,
dude.
Straight up goof. But one of the most fun things I ever did when I was at MMS, me and Matt brought in Puddle of Mud for the first time that they ever were in Cleveland.
That's cool.
It was them, Edema, and I don't remember who the third one was, but it was three of them that sort of had some success in that time frame. And it was the worst thing. It was at noon on a Saturday at Peabody's. So as you can imagine, there was about 30 people, if that, there to see these bands that nobody had ever heard of before. But you know what? It turned into a great event because there we were. There we were, and we saw it first.
That's cool.
I got lucky a couple of times like that. The other one that I saw for their first time in town, and there was nobody at this thing, was whatchamacallit, Godsmack.
Oh, really?
Saw Godsmack on a Tuesday night at the old Peabody's. Not even the real Peabody's, but the old Peabody's. And this was before the debut was even out.
Wow.
It was one of those that they just asked. This is when I was writing for Scene, and just out of the blue, Kimberly, who was the editor, just hits me up. This is when I was brand new at Scene, and which basically meant I was the guy that got the call to go do all the garbage. I had to go do the garbage things in order to build my way up to getting the good stuff.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, we need you to go cover this band. It was on a Tuesday night, which, that sucks. And, that's just not fun. But I went, and sure enough, it was Godsmack. And I think the local was Disengaged. Remember Disengaged?
I remember them. Huh.
Yeah, I think that's what the show was. But I just went, and Godsmack kicked ass. I mean,
I had some very cool experiences with those guys.
They're cool, man. I know a lot of people like to hate them. I don't
know why. I
like them.
When they filmed the Awake video, I was there at Mansfield Prison.
Right.
And you could see me for like a quick second jumping around the cage in the back during the video. But it was cool to be at an actual video shoot. And like I was
were you there to be an extra, or were you just there?
No, I was there to be an extra.
Okay.
Along with a busload of MMS listeners.
Nice.
But before, it had rained that night, and so they were waiting on it to dry out a little bit before they could film outside in the yard of the prison.
Right.
And so I was allowed to walk around. Listeners weren't allowed to walk around, but I was allowed to walk around some of the prison by myself, whatever, and just kind of check things out. And I see a light down a dark hallway, and I look, and there's a picnic table down the dark hallway of the prison, Mansfield, and it's Godsmack sitting at a table.
Okay.
And they were like, "Hey, man, you want to come have a beer?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll go have a beer." So I had a beer over there with them, and then the next time they were in town, they picked me up at my house in their tour bus and took me to the show at Blossom.
Okay.
Which is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Were you reading something?
I am. I'm reading the email from the publicist. I was not aware that you had to use software for these interviews.
What?
I was not aware. He's trying to connect, but it's making him download the Rumble app on his phone. These fucking phones.
You can't just click the link on these things?
Oh, you can on a computer, not on the phone, apparently.
So yeah, I got to do some cool shit with Godsmack.
Oh well, I'm gonna say weird, and if he pops in, we'll talk to him. All right.
I remember I was backstage at Blossom after they had picked us up in their tour bus at the house, which is pretty sweet, dude. They actually had to deflate the tires a little bit because there were trees, and to get the bus down my street, you had to go underneath the trees. But then they took us to Blossom, and then they showed me their motorcycles that they like to ride. They had a trailer out back with all these motorcycles inside.
Sure.
And then had dinner backstage with them and the Deftones.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there smoking a cigarette outside on the patio behind Blossom there.
Mm-hmm.
And Chino from Deftones comes up to me and he's like, "Dude, you got to smoke?" And I pull out my pack. He's like, no, this one, it was fine. And he grabbed the one out of my mouth.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
He just started smoking it and then gave it back to me. I'm like, dude, keep it. But he was cool. I mean, that whole show was pretty badass.
Yeah, dude, it's so weird with the Deftones. And my buddy, Josh Toomey, that co-hosts the David Ellefson show.
What did I hear him last night?
Primer 55, maybe, because he's been out on tour.
Okay, it might have been that, because they were talking, it was satellite radio. They were talking about Primer 55 and some sort of tour, and they mentioned Josh.
Yeah, because he's out on tour with them. But that's like one of his all-time favorite bands is Deftones.
Yeah.
And he and I fight about that nonstop, because they are literally one of my least favorite bands of all time.
There's a couple songs I like, and then otherwise I don't get the hype, dude. I don't.
I love the first album, but that's the one before they became the sound that everybody likes.
I don't get it, to be honest with you.
I don't either. I mean, I like that one song, 7 Words, where it's just one word, fuck. He's just like, fuck, 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 fuck. I like that song. But I never got like Around the Fur or White Pony or any of that stuff. I never got it. And they have the distinction of being the worst band I've ever seen perform. And I saw it 2 different times that they sucked. They sucked once really bad, the worst I ever saw them. It was them, Korn, and Ozzy at the Gund. And they could not have been worse. First of all, and tell me if I'm wrong, if you think I'm wrong on any of this. Does their guitar sound suck?
Yeah, I think so, dude.
It just sounds like it's like half plugged in or something.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan, and they play them on Saturday
they're the great dude. People love that band. Believe me, I know I'm in the minority on that one, but people love them. But I saw them that time and they were shit. Then I saw them at the World Series of Metal once here in Cleveland at the Agora.
Yeah,
it was them, Life of Agony, and I think Megadeth might have been the headliner of that show. It's a weird show. Plus like 400 other death metal bands. Remember that World Series of Metal was always 3 days, 150 bands, and every one of them was like, boo!
I was gonna say they all sounded the same.
It was like, oh, I want to kill your mother and eat her fucking heart. It was always that kind of shit, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love that. But yeah, it was all those bands. And then when it got near the end, it was, well, here's the Deftones. And this is when they were brand new. I don't even know if the record had really hit or anything at that point. And I mean, they played their first song or first two songs or whatever, and they ended on a hard out. It was like, dun, 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 dun. Silence. Straight. I mean, not even, how usually when that happens, there's the one idiot that's like, yeah. Just to try and get everybody going. Not even that. It was just silence. And then the guy was like, all right, well, then we'll go to something else. And Chino went and played. They went and started another song. They were horrible.
Yeah, I never got it. But Korn, you brought I love them live.
Korn? Yeah. Did you ever do any of the get in the cage behind the set or any of that stuff when they were doing the cage?
No, we literally sat front row with a hand on the stage kind of thing.
Nice. That's fun. I got to intro them once, which was very cool.
Real? Where?
CSU Convo or whatever it is now, the Wolstein Center.
Yeah.
I got to 90. This is when I was at 92 with the metal show, and they were like the sponsor of the show or the station. What is that called? The official sponsor or the official station or whatever. Yeah. Whatever. They were the ones giving away the tickets, and the tickets that we were giving away were tickets to they were the tickets to go and see or be in the cage.
Yeah.
And so everybody was hyped up for that. And it was cool. And I stood back in the cage after I introed the band, but I was on the bottom. I was on the bottom of the cage, and that kind of sucked because it was like half obscured by the amps.
Right.
So I only stayed there for about 3 songs. I was like, fuck this. I'm going to go watch the show. Cause I love Korn. I'm like you, I love them.
Yeah.
So I was certainly happy to go see them.
I got stories. I mean, I think I've told the stories about them with me, but
yeah.
Well, my wife is in the room, so
she's not aware.
No, she's aware. She's probably just heard the story too many times.
Right,
Heather?
What?
My Korn stories, you've heard them too many times?
Oh my God.
So I'll tell real quick in case somebody hasn't heard it before. But my ex-wife was a ginormous Korn fan. Huge.
Okay, sure.
Big Jonathan Davis fan.
Right on.
And so, is he here?
Yeah, he's here.
Looking for the ultimate home for hard rock and heavy metal 24 hours a day? Then lock into CMS Radio at cmsradio.net. Choose from 2 killer channels. CMS 24/7 features classic episodes from the history of the classic metal show, plus a daily rebroadcast of the latest CMS episode with music every day at noon Eastern. Or crank up CMS Rocks, your non-stop hard rock and metal station, featuring Charlie Kendall's Metal Shop every Monday at 7 a.m., 10 a.m., and 6 p.m. Eastern. Whether you're on your phone, tablet, or computer, the soundtrack to your day is waiting. CMS Radio. Loud, heavy, unfiltered. Tune in now at cmsradio.net. SeTHWilliamsShow.net.
We're gonna interrupt this story right now to go to another story. The story of Drowning Pool. Drowning Pool is coming here to North Ridgeville for the Afterburn Music Festival on August 15th, and here to talk all about it.
Hey, what's happening, y'all? Sorry.
It's all right, man.
I was trying to call you on my phone, and it didn't work. So I put the laptop up. I think it's happening, right?
Yeah, we're good, man. How are you, man?
Hey, thanks for waiting. Sorry, man.
Oh, it's all good, man.
All good, man.
Technology and all. Now I got to figure out how to turn this up. So can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Sure.
All right.
Sure. Yeah, this is why you play. This is why you play guitar and do not do tech support, right?
Right. Yeah, I just I'll play the guitar, plug in a tube amp, and go for it.
Right on, man. Well,
but,
dude,
thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely, man.
What did I miss?
What? Nothing. We were literally shooting the shit about the old days of back in the early mid 90s, I guess, when we were going to shows. We were going to Korn and Deftones and you guys and
Godsmack.
Disturbed and Godsmack. All of you that came up at that one time.
Yeah.
It really. Let me start there, man. When you look back at it as somebody that was in that mix in that late 90s, early 2000s era, do you look at it now and go, man, that was such a magical time? Or
absolutely, man.
Okay.
Especially for us, coming up in Dallas, such a great rock scene, so many great bands here. I mean, obviously Pantera,
sure.
just to start there, to name a few, man. Just the dream of any band, want to get your art and your music out there and to just take off, late 90s, early 2000s and to perform with all these bands. I've always been a fan at heart. I'm still a fan of music.
Sure.
That's another reason why I love playing, because we get to play our show, but I get to be at a festival and see all the other bands play. And even when we do, a club run, like we have the one coming up with Saliva, I watch those guys play every night. I love being at rock shows.
Mm.
But yeah, that was a magical time, man. There was a lot of bands, great bands that hit at that moment. And, it's still, we were all together at that time. But, we just did a tour at Godsmack last year. Like, we hit different bands and still get to do stuff together with a handful. Korn, as you mentioned earlier, is one of my favorites still.
Sure.
And even though we perform with them and I know them, it's still like, hey, Mr. Davis, how you doing, sir?
So what do you think happened? Because I think rock music has been different as of late. And do you think do we just have bad musicians now, or is it not getting the play that it should, or what?
I think, it's just, there's a lot of things that changed, especially in the last 25 years, just between from having something tangible like a vinyl or like, the CD from the streaming, different platforms. I mean, that's the one thing people, still comes up. They say, MTV was metal and then it changed to this and it wasn't really another like channel like that. But then you have, all this, everything's on a computer and the phone now. So it's just, I think it's just the ways of seeing who's available and what's out there is one thing that I think that kind of changed the flow. I always have fun on stage. Our shows are great. So I'm happy to be here still. Every one of our shows, been awesome, man.
Right on.
But yeah, just the styles of music. There's a lot of upcoming bands that sound really cool. And again, maybe I'm just partial to it because some of them have the new metal influence, and that's just kind of like,
Do you hate AI and the this?
Oh
the
yeah, man.
thing?
I have my thing with it big time. I'm definitely against all that stuff, especially growing up, like you said, in the 80s and stuff, and watching Terminator movies. I mean, it's right there in the freaking movie. Okay.
Right.
Hello, it's been laid out for you. Like, you think this ain't gonna happen, man? Plus, I don't, it's the journey of learning stuff yourself. I mean, I guess I sound like an old person. I mean, I'm older now anyway, but the life experience, whether something good or something bad happens to you, and we all hate it when something bad happens, but you learn from it. And for me, something better has followed from it. So, and getting the answers yourself, man. Like, it's nice to have the magic answer box. Hey, bro, what's this and that? But to research yourself or experience yourself. Like, don't deny that because of AI, and especially creating music. Like, I'm not gonna have somebody else write what I feel for me. That's nuts.
Sure.
To use it as a tool to to help in a sense. Maybe I don't know how that works on that way because I don't use it.
Yeah, but I literally saw a video the other day. It was a guy singing, and it was really great. I loved the song. I thought it was inspirational. It was pretty badass. And then I tried to look him up. Turns out he's a fake person, a guy that works on Wall Street, and it's just AI singing. And it was, I hated it then. All of a sudden, I couldn't.
Yeah. It should be a warning label on or something, you know. And I've heard some stuff, and it was cool and all, and I've heard it used in like a fun kind of joke way. But seriously, like I don't know.
Well, the biggest problem, and not even only with AI, but I'll even go further with YouTube, and this specific to music, you know, YouTube has made it to where, and I think this is to answer Seth's question, I'll jump in on that. I think the reason we don't have as many great bands coming up and, you know, blowing up the way that we do is because they don't need to do it anymore. You can go, if you can play guitar, there's how many guitar players are there on YouTube that have 3 million followers? They don't need to go slug it out like you guys do in the, you know, in the world. They can reach 3 million people in one video, and it dulls their interest in going and being live. You know what I mean?
And I love a live show, dude. I love hanging out and talk to other rock fans. I mean, it's the whole experience, man. I call it the heavy metal workout sometimes because, you know, it's like we go off and at the end of the night, I mean, all hot and sweaty. Everybody's like, I don't know, the vibe's always great, man.
Right on.
Why would you miss that out? Get off the couch and go out every now and then.
Yeah, stop with the blue dot fever and actually buy a ticket and go, right?
I've been hearing about that too. In our case of the one thing that got moved, hasn't announced it wasn't canceled as much as just there's politics that happened and it just got shifted. But we have the tour coming up with Saliva, and the ticket sales just went out on Friday, and some of the shows already sold out. So
that's great.
No blue dots over here, man.
Right on, man.
And even if this, the thing for me too, let's just say it happens. Let's say there's a place that 10 people show up. Whether it's 10 people or 10,000 people, I'm playing my show, man. Like, you know, you came out to see it. I came here to play, you know?
Right. Yeah. It doesn't do you any good to get back on the bus and go to the next city. You might as well play the show.
You know, I came to party, man. I came to get down.
Right on, man. Well, dude, in your world and in the band's world, obviously, probably the biggest thing right now is the 25th anniversary of Sinner, which really established you guys. Certainly the band has changed, you know, the obvious Dave Williams passing away, which has led to this, you know, whole different, I would say a very different career than you guys probably envisioned for Drowning Pool. But talk a little bit about that, man. Not so much Sinner. I mean, we all know what it did for you. We all know the song Bodies. The world knows the song Bodies, which is I'm sure is a super proud moment for you. That being said, I've always thought that you guys didn't get as much love as you should have after, because everybody almost subconsciously put the band as Dave, and Dave passing away, they almost kind of looked at Drowning Pool, and they've missed a lot of good music. I tell people all the time to go and check out some of the other records that you did.
And that, you know, I'm guilty of it as well. I mean, you know, with Alice in Chains, at first I was like, oh, it's not the same without, you know, Lane, but dude, they're amazing, right? Dude, we just played with Snot, and you know, Lynn Straight's been gone, and the guy they have now, man, that dude, he was awesome. You know, they're still performing these songs, and like, it's just a natural evolution of bands anyway. I mean, 25 years later, you know, people unfortunately, you know, pass away, man. We're all human. So, but again, Mike, Stevie, and myself, we've been friends since high school. The backstory, you know, before we had Dave, we were already writing songs for this record. So Dave kind of put that on it, and you know, he was a presence. He was amazing. You know, we missed him. God bless his heart. But you know, we love playing music together. You know, we had a great record, Desensitized, with Jason Gong Jones. It just wasn't the right fit. You know, we made 2 great records with Ryan, and it's going to be a 3-month break or 13-month break. I didn't get the memo. It turned to be 13 years instead of 13 months, whatever it was. But we hear it with Ryan again. And even the stuff we did with Jason Marino, man. You know, we love playing music. I love to expand our style. That's one thing that's you know, affected. It's about, you know, we write how we write. But with each singer we worked with since, Dave, you know, it kind of, you know, they fit better if we, you know, if they note this way or we play a chord that way. So, you know, we kind of doing the record, the tour again, the 25-year anniversary, playing all of Sinner. It's been influential for me as well. We just started doing it in Europe, and now we're back here in the States, performing it, you know, for the first time in the States in 25 years, man. It's been awesome, man. You know, we're writing songs for a new record as well, and I kind of have a new, you know, I'm back in my headspace I was at in my 20s, which is re-influencing me, I guess, to play in that style. And so there's been a few times Mike, Stevie, and myself have gotten into the room, you know, while Ryan's, you know, just trying to make use of the time that we have where Ryan's out with Soil. And it's kind of, you know, that's coming out through the new songs, man.
Of course, Bodies had the staying power that it does. And do you guys ever get sick of playing it? You can sit there and go, I'm not playing
absolutely not, man. I love that song. I can't wait to get to it. I know bands are weird about that, but dude, it's a fun song. And, you know, there's been so many parodies of it. There's like a million freaking parodies. And I sit around here in my house sometimes and I wrote the riff. So like, I have a good 10 different versions myself of just like, of having fun with the song. I'm glad everybody enjoys it. You know, we know when we come into it again, where there's 10 people, 10,000 people, man, everybody's going to go nuts when we play it. I'm going to go nuts. So
sure.
It's a great connection, man. It's weird when bands get like that. Oh,
yeah.
Yes,
some
we have
do.
a lot of material.
Yes, they do.
There might be some stuff arguably better than Bodies on some of the records that the
I would argue there's a lot of better stuff than Bodies. Not that Bodies is bad, but there's a lot of really
well
good
known,
music.
and I'm fine with all that, dude. Like what you like, it's art. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. I know it's so weird that like some artists like Pat Benatar famously will not play "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" anymore. It's like, how do you not play how do you go to a show and not get that song? It's like, and
man,
whatever.
I'm gonna have to put that. I have a cover band, with my wife when I have the rare time off. Her and I have a
there you go.
Electric Velvet, and we do some covers. So maybe we're gonna put "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" in
there you
so
go.
people can still hear it live.
Well,
baby, you gotta sing Pat Benatar. Baby. All right.
Let me ask you one, and this is kind of a repeat question that I asked Phil Collin from Def Leppard a couple months ago, but you fit in the same category with Bodies. I asked Phil about "Pour Some Sugar on Me," and obviously it's a song that has long passed what everybody else gets to do. I mean, it's so iconic. Everybody,
man, when it came out, dude, it was everywhere. I remember when it came out.
Right.
That video was on constantly. The song was on the radio everywhere.
But people don't have to be Def Leppard fans to know it, is my point.
Right.
You could be a country fan. You could be a whatever fan, and you know that song. You have that same song with Bodies. Anybody, there's a lot of people that don't know shit about Drowning Pool, but know the WWE and know Bodies from that.
And I'm fine with that. I'm great. They know and they enjoy it. The thing is, they enjoy the song. And a lot of people ask, what band you play in? I just say, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. I don't even say Drowning Pool anymore because I'll say Drowning Pool, and it's like, who is that? Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. So I just cut out that middle section. We almost changed the band name to Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Did you know it when you were recording it? Like, did you know that you had something more special than
we knew? We had a great feeling because we were doing so well on the local scene, the amazing Dallas local scene. And again, there's so many bands and so many musicians that still play here that we played together that are still rocking it. Man, when I'm home, I get out to shows and go support local bands. That's what you do. Mm-hmm. And we know we had it just had the vibe, man. We had that response happening early, and it was, we played it in New Orleans one of the first times, and my mom came to the show and she's like, hey darling, I really like this Body song. It's like, Mom likes it, I guess it's cool,
Right.
But it had something to it to go this long, 25 years later. I'm grateful and thankful. Again, we have fun playing it. I can't wait to play it every night, and I'm glad that everybody enjoys it. And now it's like a next generation. We see a lot of fans that are in their 20s that they're not to date me, but I'm in my 50s, but whatever, man. The parents are there, the kids are there. It's like a family show. Balloons for the kids and everything, man. Drowning Pool, come on.
Right on.
So these festivals, you got the festival coming here. Do you like the festival scene, or do you like the club scene more with the?
I love them all, and I love them from different reasons. I love the big festival, the big show, and I love the different styles of bands that play. But also, I love the club shows, man, because that's like your hardcore fans are there, for you. And like with Saliva coming up. And I can hang out and talk to everybody. It's easier to talk to a couple hundred people a night versus like the 10 to 50, which I'd still get out and try to. But I love them for different reasons, man. The club is more intimate, as they say, and it's very true. And like I said, a lot of your hardcore fans are there. They're at the festival as well. But it's a mix of people, and it's also meeting new fans and new people and hearing what they like to listen to, man.
Because I noticed that festival that's coming up here, that's a wide variety of music. I mean, from Puddle of Mud to Hoobastank to you guys. I mean, it's a wide variety.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And it's always fun to catch up with bands, too. Like we were saying before, bands we toured with off and on the last 25 years and, seeing other bands out there still doing their thing and catching up, man. It's that's another great part of it, dude. It's awesome to have a song that, again, that's 25 years later, people still enjoy
right on
and have fun with it.
Do you have band or bands that you like touring with more than others? Because obviously you guys have toured many times with Saliva and certainly with Ryan, there's the soil connection that's easily mixes together. I mean, do you like playing with those guys?
Oh, absolutely.
More than getting new fresh bands in front of you.
A good 2 years ago with Saliva, we did a run, but this makes sense because it's it's anniversary for both of our records.
Sure.
And we get along great. Everybody in both bands were all like close friends, which is awesome. It's fun touring with all bands, but especially ones you've been friends and family with for years. I look forward to hopefully touring with Snot. We did the one show with them and it clicked really, really great. And again, I'm fan influenced by them. Who isn't influenced by them? There's a lot of great bands out there. We haven't toured Seven Us in a while, but we love those dudes. Godsmack was great to tour with.
Sure.
God, the list goes on. I mean, dude, Korn, that's my favorite. I would love to. Rob Zombie was awesome. It's been a while since we toured with him as well. So it'd be nice to team up, with some of those guys at some point.
Sure.
Yeah, they're some of our favorites, man. Rob is awesome.
Sure. Who haven't you gotten to tour with that you wish you could?
Led Zeppelin. We didn't do a full tour of Metallica, but we play with them off and on throughout the years. Just festivals and things like that. And I've come across them, and it's always like, again, hey, how you doing? We played a handful of shows with Kiss, and Gene Simmons was super cool with me, man. So that was pretty wild.
That's crazy. It's funny because I don't associate any of those bands with you, Metallica or Kiss or whatever.
Right. Yeah. It's like a festival variety show type situation. Sure. But yeah.
Okay. I know you're married now, which is kind of a bummer. But what was it like back in the day, in the heyday of this rock music, this new metal, whatever you want to call it, music? I mean, were there just like chicks just everywhere dripping off the
It
ceiling?
was pretty wild, man. It seems like there was definitely more boobs that came out early on that time.
I'm kidding about the being married thing. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, no, I'm on my third one, so I'm getting it right now. So I'm gonna stick with that. But for all of us, I mean, I was young, I was in my 20s, and just like seeing the whole world. That's another thing about music that's amazing. Just being able to like travel the entire planet because of that. And meeting all kinds of, it's just people like different cultures and religions and seeing a different point of views. I mean, we do a lot of stuff military-wise, and we do coalition bases. We do, it's not just, we just did a base. It was 10 different, armies on it. So it's not just solely, for troops, because I got the song, tends to work for that in that respects, I guess. But it's just awesome to be able to see and meet a lot of people. I mean, I have so many different cultures, man. It's wild.
That's awesome. That's what I'm so jealous of having a rock star life, man. I mean, that's just like I'm a stupid radio guy, and I look at the the rock stars and the guys
no, man, we get to share it. I'm very fortunate, and I hope I'm coming across the right way. I mean, I stay busy, and it's more business minded now that I'm older. We're self managed at the time at this point, and you just become more aware of how things flow.
Sure.
With everything. And a little bit more responsible, but we still have fun with it, man. We still got to blow something up every now and then.
Right on. Let me pull back just for a second to where you were talking about playing for the troops, because I served and I was in Korea too many years ago, 1988 and 89. Wow. And obviously the bands were different. The bands that came to see us was Foghat and America, and a lot of people weren't coming. I was in Korea, so a lot of people didn't come there.
We did South Korea. We did that.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you as a former soldier how special that is for home to come to you.
It is, man. We do like 2 or 3 a year. We don't usually, it doesn't get advertised. They just, we can't say stuff until after, but we do 2 or 3 a year, and I see the difference, man. It's a lot of, you gotta look at it at the human aspect. It's just a lot of young kids out of high school or in the young 20s. Some of them are, like you said, far away on bases in different parts of the world for like a year, the first 2 years, 3 years out of high school. So to bring a piece of home to them, and it's not just about the show, man. We start at 7 a.m. We will have breakfast, lunch, dinner with everybody. We meet everyone on the base, and people who can't make it to the show, we make a point to go talk to them. It's the whole experience. It's not just the performance. It's like you said, it's letting people know that people back at home care about you, because not a warmonger type band. I mean, it's there. It's been throughout history. But these men and women are there to do a job for their country, and it is not easy mentally for them, and they're away from their family. So we're bringing rock and roll to them, man, and give them that mental break. And I see it every time we do it, and it's probably one of the greatest things with music that we've been able to do.
I have to. I mean, again, I can only relate to the ones that I've been to, but everybody went nuts. I mean,
yeah, they go nuts.
And
they
it was,
don't know you. They're there to like. The shows are insane. I can't.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know. I knew 2 songs from Foghat, and I went and had just one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life because it was there. It was so
how important it is, man.
Yeah,
so, and it is for us too, man. That's what it's all about. It's just that entertainment and putting on a show and letting people know that you care about them, man.
Right on. Well, dude, before we wrap this one up here, I did want to talk to you, since you mentioned it. new music. I know you released one song, which I'm not going to lie, I found kind of odd from you. That the one recently, the single.
Oh yeah,
that
with the
was-
Sorry X. Yeah, that was a collaboration with them. So we had a couple songs with Ryan. The thing is, the last 3 years, which has been awesome too, with Ryan and the band, we have been touring a lot, and then Soil has been touring as well. So it's, you know, that week you might have off, that stuff you still have to do at home or the studio. So it's been like we have 2 weeks off here, going to the studio and get stuff done, and then you sit on it, and then we tour. And then like whoever's available at that time. So we're getting really, really close, man. We have one of the things that, like I was said earlier, and I'm just going to keep it out there. You know, we went in, you know, early on in this process with the idea of what we wanted to write for a record. But, you know, in the last couple of months, just with the influence, again, just playing the whole center record over again and having this reconnection and that vibe, you know, we go in the studio to work on stuff, and we just instantly started writing a bunch of new stuff, like right there on the fly. So we wrote like 12 new songs in the last month or so, just music wise, between Mike, Steve, and myself, before we get Ryan back in here, because, you know, it's just that balance. We got him when he was out with Soil. So we're looking for the next block to work with him. But it's getting close, man. And it's just, you know, that's what it is. Music is influence, and what you feel at the time is what we write. And that's how it's coming out, man. We had just so much more jump kind of feel to our music, even though it's metal. It wasn't like a rap rock style, you know, but musically we have that. And I think we kind of got away from that, just like we were talking earlier, different singers and influences. And we got more straight metal. It's still part of who we are. But going back to that, the foundation, man. Like, if I'm not jumping on this riff, then it's not going on the record, you know.
So how's this going to work? Are people going to be able to buy a physical copy, or just go to Spotify?
I definitely want to make a physical copy. You know, we just did. I didn't do enough of them. I should have ordered more. But and thank you, fans, for it. But I did order 500 25-year anniversary, these purple smoky ones, and they just started flying off the shelf. So I do have some left over that we're going to take out on this tour coming up, that you can get just at the merch booth. You know, I mean, I got one for me. You know what I'm going to do with the rest of these. So, and it's for the fans. But yeah, I want to do that. I want to have physical copies of it. I mean, I kind of miss that. I still have a whole bunch of CDs and cassette tapes, and I just, you know, as a music lover, I just can't get rid of them. But it's cool. It's nostalgia to have it. So I'd like to have some tangible stuff with the new record. But of course, I mean, everything's streaming online these days. There's a lot of that happening.
Yeah, I'm with you. I want to buy stuff. I want to have stuff in the hands.
Yeah, I want to have it signed. You know, we have, I don't have anything in here right now. But yeah, like, you know, with the 25th anniversary, man, it's just cool to have it signed and have some, you know, anniversary pick in it and the set list. I have a couple extra things to go along with it.
That's awesome.
That makes it special, man.
That's great.
One of a kind stuff, you know. I want to keep it like that.
Well, I would imagine, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'd imagine that those that are listening right now could pick this up in about 2 weeks when you're right here in Cleveland or in North Ridgeville.
Some of these, you know what? I'll see about it, because these festivals now, it's like you can only like sell 1 or 2 shirts or one item. They're kind of slimming down a lot than they used to. And I'm not bagging on festivals, but you can't really bring out your whole array of stuff. So it's more like when we're out on tour in October with Saliva. I'll have some with me. I'll have at least my 25. Mike and Stevie, they both. So
are you guys coming to Cleveland for that show?
Pull those away from them.
Are you coming to Cleveland for that show, Saliva?
Are we going to Cleveland?
I don't think so. No.
Are y'all going to be at the show coming up?
Want to?
Be there. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to sneak some in my bag. Don't
tell me. All right, there we go.
Why am I whispering? The whole world can hear me.
Here's the tour. There's the that didn't work. Here we go. There's the tour.
There's the dates.
There's the tour dates after the Afterburn Fest. But for now, we're gonna say Afterburn Fest is the target. North Ridgeville at what's that place? Victory Park. It's gonna be a great show with you guys, and obviously Puddle of Mud and Hoobastank and Skillet, and it's just a lot of great bands. Yeah. Man. It definitely brings back some great memories of the 90s, right?
Absolutely, man. I can't wait to see everybody play. And I'll sneak some albums on me. Don't worry about it.
All right.
I'll put them in.
I'm hoping to be there. Look for a fat guy in a wheelchair with no legs. That'll be me. I wish I was joking, but I'm easy to spot.
I'm just saying I'll throw it up so you can catch it.
All right, CJ. Well, this has been fun, man. Thanks for checking in with us. And
yeah, man. Sorry for the delay, dude.
It's good.
Phone. I was like, laptop, plug it in. It's not charged up. But we got it. We here,
man. You're awesome. All right. Man. Thank you.
Well, thanks for tuning in, and everybody will see you out there, and we will hopefully see you as well.
See us out there, man. We're gonna play the whole record. It's been awesome. It's been so awesome for me, and I'm like, I'm acting like I'm 28, but my body's telling me, no, man, you're 53. Stop that, ankles and knees. Shut up. But I gotta jump.
Right on. All right, CJ. Well, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And one more time, everybody, it is, of course, Drowning Pool at the Afterburn Festival in North Ridgeville at Victory Park. So thanks, CJ.
Thank you, man. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks,
See you
too. All right. And there goes CJ.
All right.
That was fun.
Heavy metal warriors, are you ready to crank it up? The Classic Metal Show is live every Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. And you can blast it right on your big screen TV. Just download the Rumble app on your smart TV or streaming device. Head to rumble.com/c/CMS. Follow the channel and get ready to headbang from your couch or your bed. Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., catch the daily replay, plus killer interviews on Chris Aiken Presents. No cable, no limits, pure classic metal live whenever we hit the stream. Download Rumble now, subscribe, and never miss a riff again. The Classic Metal Show, louder on Rumble.
Good dude, man. That was fun. I like that guy.
He's a good guy, man. I love the Drowning Pool guys, man. More than I probably did in the day.
Yeah.
Because, I liked Sinner, but I didn't love Sinner. They have an album called Desensitized.
Yeah.
And I loved that record. That's a killer record. And if for nothing else, Seth, you would love that record just because the chick on the cover might be the hottest girl of all time.
Incredible. I felt bad asking my groupie question with his wife standing there.
Whatever. You think she doesn't know?
Although he did say it was the third one, so God bless him.
Yeah, exactly. Drowning Pool rocks. That's cool. All right, and we're done. If you can believe that, we're done already. Wow.
Quick. Went by quick.
That was fast, but all right, sir. Well,
thanks to him for joining us. We appreciate that one.
We will do that. We will do this again, next week?
Next week, hopefully Wednesday.
All
I'm not sure. I'm rearranging only because of doctor's appointments. And until I'm
well, if we have to change to Tuesdays all the time, that's fine too.
Figure it out, but
whatever.
Hopefully next Wednesday. So thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. God willing, we'll talk to you next week.
See ya.
See ya.